Hi, I'm Steve Adubato. Welcome to a very special series. It's called Newark at a Crossroads. We are proud to be coming to you from the New Jersey Institute of Technology, from the Jim Wise Theater, and extremely proud to welcome the president of NJIT, Dr. Joel Bloom. Good to see you, partner.
Thank you, Steve. Good to see you.
Let's talk about this place. Let's talk about NJIT and its connection to the city of Newark. This whole series actually is a creation of a whole bunch of offline conversations we've had for a long time about Newark. And also, you keep saying this is a college town.
Yep.
What does that mean?
Well, if you look around, you've got Rutgers, Newark, you got NJIT, you've got now RBHS, the Rutgers Biomedical and Health Sciences University, Great Essex County College, Seton Hall Law School, Berkeley. So it's a college town. 55,000 students, staff, and faculty are here in the state's largest city every day. The Crossroads, I love the title. It's a crossroads in many ways. It's a crossroads based on the best transportation in the region, from trains to a port to an airport to the highway system. It's a crossroads because with all the universities here, we're changing not only what goes on in education and research, but hopefully some of the face of the city. And of course, the city is at a crossroads as it rebounds in the growth of its population a bit, the added business and industry that has come into the city, the recent change in our
administration
and the administration of the city. So lots of crossroads going on here.
The post-Cory Booker era, you know, it's interesting. Ras Baraka, the mayor in the city. The government's one side of it, corporate and nonprofit end, but the educational piece is interesting because, let me give you some numbers. You tell me if it's right. Let's talk about investment. Right. NJIT investing $1 billion, a $1 billion commitment to redevelop 18 acres around this campus.
Yeah. That's, this is a decade-long plan. We've just finished the first part of it. We've signed the first redevelopment agreement with Hanini Brothers and others. We sold a piece of property that we own further down, further north on King Boulevard. It's 240 King. It's going to be 88 residential units at market price here in the city of Newark.
Why is that important, John?
It's important because, one, it's right on the pathway to the Broad Street station. We read a lot today about how more people are coming into urban centers to live with next to great transportation, public transportation, so they can get to their jobs. So Newark is beginning to look like some of these cities that have in-close residents next to trains, next to buses, next to airports, so people can move around as their job requires. So when you talk about market rate housing, which is one of the key ingredients of the growth of the city, across the street from 240 King, in partnership with Jones Lang LaSalle and St. Michael's Hospital, we're now working on developing a 6-acre site. Parking deck, about 1,200 cars, about another couple hundred residential units, about 10,000 square feet of retail. Again, along King Boulevard, the pathway from NJIT, from Rutgers to the Broad Street station.
Joel, as I listen to you talk about that, I mean, how committed you are as an educator, as the president of this prestigious institution, to education. You're talking about redevelopment. You're talking about economic development. I'm thinking, this is business. Is that the role of a higher ed institution in a city like Newark?
It has to be.
It has to be?
It has to be. In order to attract students, staff, and faculty, people want to be in environments that are nice, that are safe, that offer services to them if they want to.
You can't say, hey, we just have a great school that's nationally recognized. That's not good enough.
Too much competition. Highly competitive industry, higher education today. You can look at, we all get rankings. One ranking just came out from Forbes. In another couple of weeks, the U.S. News and World ranking will be out. Got a nice letter from Princeton Review. Any day now, Princeton Review will release the rankings. Good news is that we are in all of these very selective rankings. Princeton Review does 300-plus rankings. We're in that. Forbes did 600 best universities. We're in that. Our other universities here in the state of New Jersey. So rankings. But you need to offer people a very, very nice environment.
Just quality of life?
It's all about quality of life. Which is why, again, we're beginning to see people move from the suburbs into cities. Look what we have here in the city. New Jersey Performing Arts Center, right? We've got a great Newark museum. We've got now the Prue Rock. We've got the Devil's Arena. All that is very important for people and what they do in addition to working, in addition to coming and getting a great education. They want to recreate. They want to enjoy the quality of life around them. So it's all about the quality of life. And Newark is standing here ready to continue to improve as a city. It is as a crossroads. We saw Prudential is now building a new tower.
How about the Panasonic? Talk about that real quick.
Panasonic
Joe
moved
Taylor, head of Panasonic. You guys have a great relationship.
We have a great relationship. When they announced moving to Newark, given New York City or staying in CAUCUS, he said one of the reasons he's coming to Newark is NJIT. We have a close working relationship.
What does that signal when he does that? When Panasonic does that, what does that say about Newark? Listen, folks, we know we'll be talking in this series about education, crime, unemployment problems, all those persistent, nagging problems in the city of Newark. But when Panasonic does that, what does it communicate?
It communicates, one, there's a workforce that he's interested in attracting to his place of work, to the Newark corporate headquarters.
Could they be Newark residents?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we're beginning to see students staying and living in the city.
Your grads
Our students
at
are staying
NJIT, you see them staying?
And living in the city. Yes, it's been happening for at least half a dozen years. Increasing so, why? Because if they're working in Manhattan, they go down to Penn Station. If they're working out further west, Parsippany, wherever, they get on the Broad Street station. It's all very, very convenient for people to move around. If they've got to get to the airport, you get on the little Newark train out to the airport, and you're there in 10 minutes from downtown Newark. So
You're bullish.
Well, I grew up in urban centers. I think urban centers are great places to be. To walk around and walk into a restaurant, get into a library, even though you could do it all online, of course, today, or to go to a
great
museum.
Newark library.
Great Newark library.
By the way, we're talking to folks down in the Ironbound as part of this series, too. Great place down there.
Look at the food. I mean, of course, you always have to take a doggy bag home because the food, the quantity. But you can eat there at midnight and have outstanding quality, fresh, particularly seafood. So it's outstanding.
And NJIT is right in the middle of it. By the way, folks, this is a series. Listen, if you know our series, you know that we partner up with NJPAC. Talked about that. We do one-on-one at NJPAC. We do one-on-one at Lincoln Center in New York. But this is the first time we've done this series one-on-one at the extraordinary institution, NJIT, coming to you from the Jim Wise Theater. This is Newark at a crossroads. And it means a lot of different things by saying that. And we are proud to partner with Dr. Joel Bloom and this very special place. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you. Thank you, Steve.
Stay right there. You can enjoy the rest of the series.
I'm looking forward
along
to
with
it.
everyone on public broadcasting. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the CAUCUS Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this special edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato at NJIT has been provided by New Jersey Institute of Technology, Prudential Financial's Global Communications Department, Audible.com, Barnabas Health, TD Bank, Josh S. Weston, and by the law firm of GIBBONS, P.C. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. This program has been made possible in part by the FIDELCO Group.